Howdy folks, wishing you a fantastic new year from yours truly at Camera Shake. Well, it's just me here, but I hope you had a stellar New Year's Eve and are fully recovered by now. I'm getting there myself, I think. In today's episode, the kickoff for 2024, I've got some goodies lined up for you. I've reached out to some incredible guests who are sharing their top tips to kick your photography into high gear in 2024 right after this. Welcome to Camera Shake, where we bring you the insider scoop on all things photography and videography, offering you a unique opportunity to stay ahead of the curve. Now, in 2023, we put out a total of 57 hours, 26 minutes, and 3 seconds of interviews with some of the most influential photographers on the planet. That's equivalent to 3,487 minutes or an astounding 209,233 seconds of mega awesome, valuable content. This treasure trove covers a spectrum of topics helping you evolve as a photographer in creativity, technical skills, and the business aspect. Yes, I did crunch the numbers for you. It's truly remarkable. If you, like me, appreciate the wealth of knowledge from free podcast and YouTube content, you have the chance to support our show. Consider buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/camerashake, enabling us to produce even more exciting episodes for you. However, if you choose not to, no hard feelings. Your support in whatever form truly makes a difference. Thank you so much for being a part of Camera Shake. Now, without further ado, let's start 2024 off with our first bit of top advice from none other than the award-winning portrait photography guru and educator Joe Edelman. Joe is always there to help other photographers grow and improve their skills. Here's a top tip from Joe.
My best tip for 2023, focus, pun intended, on the word creativity. We are inundated by images everywhere, all the time, and hopefully you're taking lots of images. So challenge yourself this year. Try to do things differently. I always encourage people, don't be afraid to suck. Experiment. Some of the best life lessons you've ever learned came from failure, and photography is no different. Challenge yourself on a regular basis, and you will be shocked at what you're capable of. But whatever you do, remember, keep shooting, because your best shot, it's your next shot.
That does really hit the spot for me. One of my New Year's resolutions was to explore macro photography more, for no reason other than that's not a field I'm terribly familiar with, so it's a great opportunity to learn. Plus, I watched Ant-Man the other day and thought, that looks great, so, gotta give it a shot. Hey, let me just jump in real quick to tell you about the amazing sponsor of this episode, Platypod. Platypod offers innovative camera support systems designed to unleash your creativity. With their stable, versatile, and portable solutions, you can capture stunning shots like never before. And I'm not just saying that. As the host of the Camera Shake podcast, I can personally vouch for Platypod's incredible products. They've become an integral part of the show. In fact, I'm surrounded by various Platypod products holding up lights, cameras, microphones, and so on. It's really helped to transform the way I make the show and the way I shoot at home, in the studio, and on location. But don't just take my word for it. Explore Platypod's website at www.platypod.com to discover their range of products, including the Platypod Extreme, Platypod tripod heads, and the brand new handle, of course. Make sure to follow Platypod on Instagram and Facebook at Platypod Tripods for exclusive updates, tips, and giveaways. By choosing Platypod, you're not only investing in your photography, but you're also supporting the Camera Shake Photography Podcast. Thanks again to Platypod, our amazing sponsor. Platypod, where innovation never sleeps. Now, it's pretty cold out there over here in the UK, and likely will be for the next few months. So here's some top advice on how to stay creative in sub-zero temperatures from the Arctic expert himself, Dave Williams.
Hey Kay, hey Camera Shake. It is right here in Vesterålen, up in Arctic Norway. It's minus 15. On the way to get here today to the reindeer that you can see behind me, it was minus 27. A little bit of advice for you if you're going to get into some cold weather photography or Arctic photography that I do on a daily basis, is to keep yourself warm. It kind of sounds obvious, but if you're out shooting the reindeer, or you're out shooting the northern lights or Arctic landscapes, if you're cold, you're not going to be able to focus on your creativity. cold fingers, cold nose, cold feet. You're going to lose focus. You're not going to be able to concentrate on creating awesome photos because your mind is going to be occupied with the pain of being cold. So wrap up warm, wear gloves, keep the back of your neck, your head, your feet very well protected. You'll be warmer, you'll be able to focus on the reindeer and the other amazing things that you can see here. Stay warm to stay creative.
Oh man, just looking at that makes me feel cold. It's pretty incredible how far computational photography has come in 2023 alone. And I'm not expecting it to slow down in 2024 either. So here's a simple but crucial bit of advice from the iPhone legend, Adobe's very own Russell Preston Brown. Check this out.
I'm Russell Preston Brown from Adobe, and I photograph with mobile phones only. And my suggestion to everyone to become more creative with your mobile phones is to get a tripod. That's right. That's right. There's a whole world of possibilities available to you with a sturdy tripod and a mobile phone. I love the night sky. I love things that move or in motion. And those are so much more achievable now with mobile phones and mobile phone technology. And just a simple purchase of a tripod to steady the phone and capture multiple shots or capture things in motion or capturing the night sky with a mobile phone is my suggestion on improving your photographs with mobile phones this next year. There you have it.
It's interesting to me how we're oftentimes so focused on the tech specs that we tend to forget some basics in order to improve our photography. So it's very worthwhile remembering that. Next, I've got a tip for you from another legend of the world of commercial photography, Carl Taylor. Carl gives us an insight into a very simple truth of what it takes to excel as a photographer today and any day.
Hi, I'm Carl Taylor, and I'm just going to give my top tips for photographers for 2024. First of all, understand light. Really know light well. When you understand light and the parameters and what it can do and the physics of light and how to control it, how to manipulate it, you can improve your photography exponentially and solve almost any problem you come across. Secondly, don't consider yourself solely a photographer going forwards in this evolving industry. What we've done on our platform at Visual Education is we're now trying to guide image creators, visual media, visual creators in multifaceted skill levels, which could be photography, lighting, filmmaking, CGI, production, illustration. It could be a number of things. But I think tomorrow's successful artists are not going to be so genre specific as just necessarily photographers. And I think that's important to keep in mind. And, you know, upskilling yourself and understanding other visual media can go a long way to improving your potential for employment and success in this industry.
Now, there's one person I know I'd go to for advice on portraits and headshots, and that's none other than the Stockholm-based master of the one-light headshot, Sean Dulthwaite. And I know we photographers always obsess about gear, lighting, and so on, that we easily forget one aspect of portrait photography that can make the difference between an awesome image and a total fail. Here's Sean with some basic truths.
Hey guys, it's Sean here at Dulthwaite Photography, based in Stockholm. I've been asked by my good friend Kirsten over at Camera Shake Podcast to give a tip, advice that I use during my sessions. So this is a tip that I have, advice, take it as you will. It's going to sound obvious, but give your clients, the people that you're shooting, as much genuine compliments as you can. This is only going to instill confidence in them, how they look, whether it be for acting headshots or it be for professional headshots for LinkedIn or for company websites. Don't tell them what they're doing wrong during sessions. That's just going to make things go downhill, and that's going to be quite hard to recover from. And that's my bit of advice. Just use it and see how it works.
And finally, here's a tip from yours truly, because this applies to any genre of photography, and remembering this will make you a better photographer this year, next year, and any year. Focus on storytelling. Before you snap that picture, take a beat and think about the story you want to tell. Whether it's a portrait, a product shot, or a landscape, each photo carries a vibe, so nail down the emotion you're after. If you're doing a headshot, understand the narrative your subject wants to project. Are you shooting a friendly nurse or a no-nonsense divorce lawyer? Totally different vibes, right? And that means you've got to tweak everything, lighting, poses, camera angles to match. Now, when it comes to products, context is king. A cold beer looks way more tempting, and a steaming cup of coffee screams cozy Sunday vibes. Those details really do matter. They add layers to your story. Remember, photography storytelling is about hitting emotions and sending a message through visuals. Sweat the small stuff and let your creativity shine to create images that connect with your audience. Okay, folks, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know it was a little bit shorter, but as always, before we go, let me just recommend another episode that I think you like. Check out last week's episode where we look back at some of last year's highlights. Only some, because there were way too many to count. I'm sure you love it. If you enjoy our content, consider supporting us on buymeacoffee.com to help us continue creating and bringing you more exciting episodes. It really does mean the world to us. And for those of you who are listening to the audio version of this podcast, did you know that there's a fully fledged video version over on YouTube with plenty of examples of our guest photography in full Technicolor? All you have to do is go over to YouTube, search for Camera Shake Podcast, and you'll be able to watch all past episodes on there. If you're already on YouTube, drop us a comment, hit the like button, ring the bell, and share with your friends. Your engagement helps us reach a wider audience all over the world. Thank you for listening and watching, and remember, a new episode drops every Thursday, so mark your calendars. Until next time, keep shaking things up in the world of photography. See you next Thursday with another awesome guest.